going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown, episode 277. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez.
What's up, people? How's it going?
Chris Seeley.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Carlos Romero.
Yo, yo, yo.
Brett Murdoch.
Ahoy.
Brian Manjoma.
Watch out for that internet gas.
Oh, man. And joining us once again, our very special guest, one of our good friends on Throwdown. I believe you were actually our very first guest in this iteration of the show, so you always hold that distinction. Mr. Andre Tipton, a.k.a. Otaku Man 5000.
What is going on, people?
Man, what isn't going on, bro? This shit is
That's what I'm
crazy
talking,
right
man.
now. You know, but Throwdown doesn't stop. By the way, we were asked like maybe a week ago. It's like, yo, are you guys gonna have a show tonight? It's like, why wouldn't we have a show, man? It must go on, man. It must go on.
Unless we're all somehow dead.
Yeah, unless we're,
this show is gonna happen.
Damn, you got even more grit from me. I was gonna say unless the power goes out.
Nah, man.
Yeah, you're right. It's like, listen. As long as we
figure out a way, even with the power out.
That's right, man. We got
cell phones,
smoke signals throw down, man. Let's go. But yeah, no. If there, as long as it is within our power to, we'll keep bringing you that heat twice a week, people. You already know, man. But before we start, Andre, man, just how have you been holding up and everything? Tell us what's been going on in your life. Take it wherever you want to go, man. Whether it's regular life or games, or whatever.
I'm just telling people to wash their damn hands and quit panicking over some bullshit. No, man, I'm just hanging in, just trying to go to work, take care of these kids, and play some games. That's basically it, man. Just trying to tell people to just chill the hell out and just stop following the news so much. Follow for the information, but when you hear all this nonsense, just go on with that. Just don't listen to that. Just wash your hands, be normal. But I'll keep asking people, did you not wash your hands before this?
That's a good question,
What, did you not learn this stuff in grade school? Did your parents not? I'm almost like TK Kirkland. Who raised you?
That's just crazy. Because, like, the only thing I change is I wash my hands. Now I wash them before I leave because I always wash them after I come home. Always, that hasn't changed. But now I do it before I leave too.
Grandma never said cleanliness is next to godliness. Nobody ever heard this.
Nah, that shit don't exist,
really?
Man.
No, they don't exist.
No, man, they don't do that. What's going on with the site these days, man?
Site's going good. We're doing some pretty good things coming up. We got new shows coming up and stuff like that. So new video content. Just trying to stay afloat. It's been 10 years, so we're going to try to do a couple of celebrations, a couple of giveaways this year. So we're doing some major stuff. I'm probably gonna give away a couple of Switches this year. So
word, shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some more. We try to get the viewers in there. So we're trying to get some things popping. But
keep me updated on that, man. I'll help you out.
I will
boost and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I appreciate that. Yeah, man.
You already know, man. All right, so yeah, tonight is going to be a little bit of an interesting show because we actually don't have a featured topic. It's just some stuff happened. I mean, some good stuff did happen this week. Don't get me wrong, but nothing to like warrant the top spot. Like at the moment of us recording this, we don't even know what the featured image will be. We'll figure that shit out later, So, Dre, that's another reason I'm glad you're here because, like, I know you're going to bring the heat somehow, some way. You will bring the heat, spice this shit up. So. Yeah, man, let's get into it. First up, let's talk about this Nintendo Direct, man. Nintendo did a stealth-ass mini Nintendo Direct like at noon or something today. Fucking crazy, I wake up to... No, it was before noon because I woke up and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Panzer Dragoon. What? Anyway, so I want to go through these one by one, get all you guys' opinions and stuff. All right, so the first thing they announced is Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. The next DLC fighter will be from ARMS, one of the characters from ARMS. So, Chris, why don't you start us off? What do you think about that announcement?
Well, I thought it was interesting because I was like, why did they pick an ARMS character to throw in Smash Brothers? I was like, maybe it's cross-promotional. Maybe they're planning something with ARMS. Maybe a sequel. I don't know. I just think...
Rearms.
Personally, I would love if there was a Punch-Out game. I'll still advocate for that, but it's possible they're working on a sequel or something. Because ARMS was like a near launch of the Switch, and they haven't done anything with it. And they're always either licensing stuff or pulling from other games. Like the last characters were from Fire Emblem, and and Fire Emblem is relevant because they launched like 2 games in a mobile game. So I was like, well, ARMS hasn't been relevant in years. So what is this about? So it's possible that maybe something coming at the end, later in the year for Arms. That's what I thought of that. Other than that, I'm not interested in the character. I didn't like Arms, so it's like okay.
Yeah. By the way, I completely forgot, Brett. You have Arms and you liked Arms.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So what do you think
I
about
think
this?
this will make for a fun Smash character.
Do you still play Smash Brothers, Brett?
From time to time, occasionally, not hardcore.
All right, Dre, what's your take on this?
I'm a big fan of Arms. I was kind of shocked. I was like, oh really? But they're doing it. And there's another a tournament in Japan that people are signing up for. I think it's here too. There's an Arms tournament coming out like next month or something like that. So I thought Arms was underrated. A lot of people didn't like it because I guess they didn't get the aesthetic. I don't know, but I thought it was underrated because the strategy in that game is just ridiculous.
What do you think about what Brett just said, that people thought it was going to be Punch Out?
Yeah, I don't know why they thought that. I don't know, because I was a little bit in the know, and I was like, why are they just be a Punch Out? I just don't understand it. But I get why people are wanting Punch Out. I get that. I get it. It's just, I don't know. I just thought it was good. I loved it. I don't play as much as I used to, but every once in a while I'm like, yeah, let me get Arms back on. Let me get back in here and try to get my skills back up, because you get online and it's just dudes will just handle you. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's dudes are really good on there. It's crazy, but it's a good game. I like it.
Cool. All right. The next announcement is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition gets a release date. This is another one of the games that I don't know if I have this game. It may be one of those Switch games I bought and never opened. But originally it came out on the
that
Wii.
was the second one, right?
Was it? It probably was.
Yeah, this is the first one. This is one on the Wii.
Yeah, this hasn't sold since the Wii, and it was part of that Rainfall shit. GameStop only sold what, like 20,000?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It was very limited.
The physical copy was only available on GameStop. Yeah.
Okay, and I understand the hype now then.
Yeah, so it skipped a generation, and now you finally get to play it.
Oh shit! Another big ass JRPG for you people out there, man. Did anybody play this originally?
No.
Dre, I'm looking right at you, man. Did you play this? Oh, he's muted right now. Uh-oh.
Well, you know what was interesting? So they released a 3DS version of Xenoblade, but I didn't buy it because you needed, at the time, the new Nintendo 3DS to play that version.
Yeah. I do have that game then. Yeah, I have that for my new 3DS. And it's funny because I bought the new 3DS so I could play Samus Returns.
Right. So I skipped that game because I had 3DS since the beginning, and I was like, not buy another one. Then I bought the new one, and I played Samus Returns and a bunch of other stuff, and I just kind of skipped over Xenoblade,
Yeah. Who has that kind of time? Unless you're Riku, of course.
What to play a
big ass JRPG,
I mean, you're probably going to be playing one soon.
Maybe.
Riku goes hard.
It's kind of steep.
Yeah. Dre, did you play the Xenoblade Chronicles on Wii?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. I was just talking about that a few minutes ago. The thing about Xenoblade is it's really good. You have to really get into it, but if you're not used to grinding, you probably won't like it. But if you're a fan of Monster Hunter and you've played the old games, you're all good with grinding or WoW or whatever. It's the learning curve of the gameplay is a little steep, but if you just get past that, it's really great. It's really a good game. And they added all this stuff to it, the remake, and I'm excited about it.
Cool, man. All right, next up here, BioShock the Collection, Borderlands Legendary Collection, and XCOM 2 are all coming to the Switch. And they're all coming to May 29th, it looks like. Brett, I'm looking at you because they got BioShock, man. Mr. Burdock. Yeah, they got BioShock, man, coming to Switch, baby.
I mean, I'm excited about that, but it did also just came out for free on PlayStation, so that one's a little behind. Like,
yeah, but you can play portably, man.
Yeah, but he's at fuck out of it.
Yeah, that is true. Right? Oh shit. Yo, you're right about it. I just realized like the whole portability of the Switch doesn't really matter right now because nobody can go outside. Fuck, damn! I just realized like fuck, you can't even do that.
Maybe by the time it comes out, it'll something will happen. I don't know.
Yeah, well, May 29th.
We'll see.
Damn, how much shit is coming out May 29th? Isn't fucking Last of Us 2 coming out then? Shit.
Which version
Anyway,
of
yeah.
Bioshock? Is it the remaster or
Everything.
the old ones?
It just says the collection.
The collection. It's the one that came. They did for PS4 and Xbox One not long ago. The one that I did promotional artwork for. That one.
What the fuck is that? Is that all 3 games then?
Yeah, it's all 3 games.
Okay.
That's what the collection means.
It says Borderlands Legacy Collection. Borders.
All the games.
Yo, that shit just sounded fucking funny, man.
I don't see Bioshock Infinite in this though.
Should be in there.
No,
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, but
IGN fucked up the reporting.
it's Bioshock Remastered, Bioshock 2 Remastered, and Bioshock Infinite, the complete edition.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's all of them.
Yeah, this is what it says here on IGN. Borderlands Legacy Collection features Borderlands 2, and the pre-sequel, as well as add-on content.
Oh well, yeah, I think it is there. Yeah, it's that too. Yeah, but it's got the pre-sequel and all that, but it's got Bioshock Remastered, Bioshock 2, and Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah, interesting. Well, there you go. What else? XCOM, whatever. Borderlands Legacy. I'm guessing that's
Like whatever.
I
Damn.
actually don't give a shit about any of these games. Borderlands
Not even-
Legend. I played Bioshock already.
My issue is the price.
It's a Nintendo tax, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be like 40 to 50 bucks.
It's $40. It's 40. Like I think it's 45, 40, 50 bucks a piece.
Yeah, Nintendo tax,
Yeah.
man. Nintendo tax.
Were they doing the thing where the collection is just going to be like one game on the cartridge and you got to download the other 2? Are they doing some shit like that?
It might be something like that. Yeah.
I don't know anything
Well,
like
they
that.
can't
yeah.
fit all those things on the cartridge. So yeah, they'll probably give you a download. They have maybe 1 or 2 of them on there, and then a download thing.
No, don't worry, Chris. The capacity on the Switch that comes with the Switch will last you for the whole life cycle of the Switch.
Who said that?
Yeah.
You don't remember, man? All those people that are saying, "Yo, man, it's already what was it, like 32 gigs or something."
Right.
It's like,
Oh yes.
Oh, there it
Yeah.
is. There's Infinite, Bioshock Infinite, and the Minerva's storyline for Bioshock 2.
Oh,
Yep.
interesting.
The one thing that only everybody seems to care about, because a lot of people didn't like Bioshock 2, but they like Minerva's Den.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
That's by your boy, son. That's the guy who did Gone Home.
Shaboy,
Minerva, that's your boy right there.
All right, that's cool. All right, moving on here. Ooh, this one I'm excited about because I love the first game. Bravely Default 2, people. And not only that, right now, you can check out the demo.
Damn.
Yep.
you can get it right now. It's available. You can actually pre-order the game. I think it's like 40 something bucks. I think. Actually, it has to be 60.
Yeah, because
Never
Nintendo
mind.
tax, man. Nintendo tax. Come on now.
Yeah, I guess I got confused with another game. But yeah, man, I can't wait.
Yeah, that's
Excuse
dope.
me?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
game's dope.
Can I
go
just
ahead, man.
Can I just say how rope-a-doped Nintendo fans are? Seriously, they're making you pay $60 for an old game
What do you mean?
that's on for not for this one, but for this is for the previous stuff. They're making you play all this money for old games that are on a weaker console. I don't know, just saying.
Well, dude, they've been doing that since day one. They put all these.
I don't know, it's just
Hold on,
funny.
they put all these indie games on there since day one for $60, and motherfuckers still
remember-
bought them. You know,
Remember that?
like yo, you
Brian
can go on,
of Isaac or
you can
whatever
go
that
on
game
Steam
is?
right now and buy them for $15 or less. You know,
Right.
All right, so let me look at the Bioshock. I wonder if this is already in the store.
Yo, I want to be an asshole right now and go on Twitter and be like, yo, that whole portability aspect of the Switch don't really matter much. Do it nowadays. I'm going to
They'll
do
be
it.
like, they'll be like,
Go for it.
Yeah, oh no, I'll lose my job the next day because Nintendo fans.
People just responded, yeah, but Animal Crossing, and then the argument's just kind of over.
Brett, even I would have to say touche.
what,
Yeah.
Nah, they don't have
Animal
a-
Crossing.
They don't have a price.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
No,
Wait.
listen, that's what motherfuckers like now.
Wait,
Animal
I know
Crossing
the
all day,
people
every
like
day.
it.
I think you've lost all sense of what a mic drop is. And that was definitely not one of them.
no, that's not really a mic drop.
Wait, what's a mic drop?
Brett saying that saying Animal Crossing is a mic drop.
Oh, it's not a mic drop. It's more like a touche moment. You know, it's like yeah.
Well, wasn't even you said the portability is an issue.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing doesn't change that.
Mm-mm.
Or maybe it's like Animal Crossing is so powerful it doesn't matter if it's portable or not. I don't know. I don't even give a fuck about Animal Crossing anyway. So what am I talking about?
Well, somebody should make a spoof ad where they do the rooftop party again, but then the fucking CDC just drops in and quarantines everyone.
What are you doing here?
This is a gathering of
It looks like wreck. They wrap plastic around the building.
Yeah. By the way, Carlos, you want to know a good example of a mic drop? When Manny told me a collection has everything in it. That's a mic drop.
Oh,
That's a mic drop.
Carlos laughed so hard
Yeah.
he couldn't even say mic
That's
drop.
a mic drop, son. So learn from the master.
Yo, man, I gave it its due. I gave it its credit.
You know, it was such a mic drop. It went over my fucking head until I thought, like, oh shit, that was a good one. And I was like, what's he talking about?
What you talking about?
Oh
So-
God, what's
So
up?
yeah, I mean, they announced this one. They announced this one before, right? I remember seeing a trailer for this one. So there
Yes, for the Game Awards, man.
yeah, they did.
And this is a sequel, by the way, a true sequel, because Bravely Second was not really a sequel, you know?
So what was it? Was it because it was not made by the original team or some stupid wackiness that they like to
Who
pull?
knows? I think the Andre, you could correct me. Was it the mechanics were different than the first one?
Yeah, something like that. It was the game, the fighting system, the fighting system was weird.
Like it just sounded to
I
me like it was
almost felt like the Bravely Second was like a prequel
No,
maybe.
it's a sequel.
It's
or a side kind of. I don't know.
You know what it just reminds me of? Like, you know, the second Legend of Zelda game. It's like, oh, what the fuck? Okay, this is different than the previous one.
Right?
You know?
Yeah. It wasn't that drastic, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like it was kind of like, yeah, oh, okay.
Super
I'll
Mario
take it.
Brothers 2 is like, okay, this is cool, but this is not the first one.
No, this is not the first one. No.
You know? Yeah, Goose, we already talked about Xenoblade. I'm glad you're hyped for it because, yeah, that's cool. All right, next up, new Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass details. All right. Does anybody care about this?
What's a Pokemon?
No, I still need I still need to beat freaking.
I'm curious about it. What? Go ahead.
You know
Let's
what?
do it.
Since we don't really know what the fuck we're talking about, I'll actually
Let's
read that.
talk
Yeah. This is for my gen, by the way, so you people know. Nintendo released a few more details about Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass, which will add the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra to the latest Pokemon adventure in 2020. The Isle of Armor will be released in June, and Nintendo revealed that trainers will be fighting/training in a dojo that will earn players the legendary Pokemon Kubfu. Trainers can then challenge the Towers of Two Fists that has both the Tower of Darkness or the Tower of Waters. Players can only choose one and can only use Kubfu. Kubfu will evolve into Urshifu when one of the towers is conquered. If Darkness is conquered, it will learn the Single Strike style. If Water is conquered, it will learn Rapid Strike style. Also, when you complete the Isle of Armor, your starter Pokemons evolve form. So Rillaboom, Cinderace, and Inteleon will gain a I don't know these fucking names, Gigantamax form and learn G-Max Drum Solo, G-Max Fireball, or G-Max Hydro Snipe, respectively. There will also be new outfits, league card customization options, and more. The Isle of Armor will be released by the end of June 2020, and the Crown of Tundra will be released this fall. I don't know what the fuck I just read, so somebody translate it for me.
I don't know what that was. It didn't even sound like fucking English, whatever the fuck that was.
If somebody could translate what I just said, please tell me. I don't know what the fuck any of that shit means.
It's like blah blah food, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. I mean, what's going on here?
Who knows? Pokemon fans, man. All right, but there's your info, you know. All right, we got an Animal Crossing New Horizons first season event, which is for Easter. It says between April 1st and 12th, Animal Crossing residents will be able to participate in Bunny Day in honor of Easter. To find eggs hidden by Bunny Visitor Zipper and craft exclusive items with them. The next event after Bunny Day will be Earth Day in late April. See, I understood that shit. That's cool.
Yeah, that
That was English. That
made
English.
sense.
It's Easter and Earth. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There's a typo in the article, but we don't need to talk about that. All right.
That sounds like some heat right there.
I
Son.
said, hey, that's just the editor in me, man.
Okay.
Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy now available on Nintendo Switch.
Yay.
Yay!
I never.
But it's multiplayer, so that's kind of. I don't know. It's like 6 people or 5 people or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know this game. 2003 Star Wars Jedi Knight.
Wait, well, I mean,
What's up?
why?
Nintendo Switch. Everything gets ported.
Oh, everything just gets
Everything
ported.
old is new again.
Check this out. This one I do know. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer speeding on to Racers. Oh, is that? Wait, I thought that's not Pod
That's
Racing.
the Pod Racer game, right?
That's the Pod Racer game.
Hold on,
Yeah.
did they change the
Oh,
name of
God.
Pod Racing game? Okay, whatever.
No,
Well, they
Star Wars.
just put Doom 64 on there, so
Yes,
Yeah.
Star Wars. It was Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer. Well, that's what it was.
This one's called Racer Speeding On. Oh,
I have never heard of that game.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
It sounds like they reconfigured an old. They didn't want to call it Pod Racer for some reason.
Well, if you want to pod race on Switch, there you go.
Now that's some pod racing.
You know. All right. Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics announced. What's this about, Andre?
Yeah, that's the game that came out on the 3DS. It was actually pretty cool because it had all these different varieties of games on it. I mean, this might actually sell pretty well because it's got all these different types of cardboard games, and they're all multiplayer. Some of them you can pick like 3 or 4. I think you can pick up to like 6 people on some, or up to 4 people. Some of them, like backgammon, chess, stuff like that. And then they have like some of the tank, some of the tank. I mean, like the games like 2600, like Tank and stuff like that. They have like little games like that, which are pretty fun. So I mean, it might be pretty. It's pretty cool. It's sold pretty well on 3DS though. But it's just something that's fun to have, just to have around when you want to have a bunch of people playing a game or something, and it's not about all Smash or whatever. But it's pretty cool.
Did you say backgammon?
Yeah.
Oh, backgammon's on there. Chinese checkers.
Oh my god, it's like old people games.
But it's got a lot of new stuff on there too.
Let's play some Mahjong and some
Let me see
backgammon.
here.
They got that.
Of course it's on there. It's
Yeah.
old people
It
games.
says
Yeah, it's like slot cars.
sliding puzzle.
Texas Hold'em.
Moncala 4 in 1. What the fuck? 4 in a row.
Where's
It's like Connect
They
Four.
got checkers in this motherfucker.
They
Yeah,
got
man, they
checkers and Chinese checkers.
Wow.
They got-
Yeah, they got
They
Chinese.
got
They got all
pickup
kinds of
sticks.
stuff.
And,
Wait, this game hasn't been around since the DS.
Yeah.
Right.
The original Clubhouse game.
Let me look at this shit. Okay, they got a bowling game in here. They
But
got-
the DS one was pretty cool too. I mean, it had a bunch of just a bunch of stuff to try, like
Yeah.
Go, and it's a lot of games you've never probably played before. But you're like, okay, I ain't got to go out and buy a set. I can just go pop this in my 3DS or DDS and play it, and you can learn the rules.
Yo, Carlos,
Alright.
they got chess
I
in
was-
here, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say they got chess in this.
They
Yep,
stole
Excuse
yep,
it.
they do. Yes, they do.
Oh yeah,
They even
That's
have.
I'm about to get the platinum, man.
It's over. It's over now.
It's over. It's done.
Oh man! All right, next up, Burnout Paradise is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
The most powerful console ever. Play the game that you've never played before.
Yo, I got the platinum twice of this shit, man.
Well, I think you need to get the Nintendo equivalent of whatever the platinum is.
Yeah, if only,
buy the game. Yeah,
Yeah. If you're a Nintendo fan, if you somehow haven't played this game in the last 12 years, get it.
I feel like man, the game companies are just like, fuck, man. They're like, we just take these like 10-year-old games and just toss them on here.
And motherfuckers buy them. That's the thing.
Charge 60.
that's what happens when you have a high install base.
Charge $60
Yeah.
for them.
That's a good point. They do have a high install base.
That's what happens when you have a high install base. They'll throw everything on there, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm a Switch fan, but I'm not a fan of all this stuff coming to Switch.
I want to hear them to start to. I mean, it seems like the only people that are making any new games for the Switch is just Nintendo, and
Yeah,
even most of their games are just
that's
kind
a
of.
good,
I mean,
point because like
Think about it. If you're a company and you had a game that sold a lot on the older system, and you could easily port it to the Switch, one of the fastest selling systems.
No, I mean it's definitely because you don't really need to put that much development time into it. I mean, whatever.
For us, it's like why? Yeah,
they probably just took the PC version or whatever version they used to just cut down everything, and then hey, you got it to work. I mean,
Right.
granted, it is more powerful than the what was it, a PlayStation 3? That's what they were saying that the Switch was, right? It's like a portable PS3.
depends on who you talk to.
I'm not answering that question. Last time I answered that question, I got in trouble.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Plead the fifth, man.
Yeah, I'm not saying shit.
Oh, wait. You mean the one about a certain
A
open
certain
world?
thieving game.
Yeah. Okay.
When I said a certain system couldn't run it, it ended up.
But see, y'all should be taking a lesson here that it's not about power. It's not even about portability.
It's not even about new games.
It's about look. Nintendo made a system people love. Like I'm even enjoying the shit out of. Like I went out and I got a second dock, so like I can play Animal Crossing in the living room, pop it up, play it in handheld mode, set it on a table, play on it with a controller, put it back in handheld mode, carry it downstairs, hook it up to my other TV. Like I can just carry it around with me while I'm doing the stuff. So as other people are around, because we're in quarantine, they're like, hey, Morgan's been playing Doom, so we're sharing screens right now. So having that mobility is fucking awesome, even just inside the house. Like you don't understand because you don't live in that kind of life, but having the accessibility to be able to play a game without somebody being able to interrupt you because you can just take that game and move to another damn room is huge, man. People will rebuy their own stuff just to be able to do that.
That makes sense.
See, I don't know. I don't share. So
Okay.
we have 7 Switches in our house.
Damn.
That's what a lot of people are doing. Is they'll have multiple Switches and like there'll be like a dock in the
every kid has a Switch. Every kid has a dock. I have my original Switch and my Animal Crossing Switch in here, and my girlfriend's got her Switch, and I've actually got to go out next week and buy 4 copies of Animal Crossing.
See, I mean, there you go. You're gonna get 4 islands though, and 4 people to go play on those islands. But it's the portability. I never thought that I would be. I thought, I'll keep mine docked. I'm not a portable guy. I got my 3DS. I'm good, but I take it with me all the time. It's crazy. I never thought I would do that, but I do. I take it with me all the time. Yeah, the point I'm trying to make, like, I completely agree with that, but the other point I'm trying to make is you don't even have to go anywhere to take it with you, especially in a household like that. Like we can just pop it in your hands, pop it in a dock, pop it wherever. It's kind of nice. Like you have everything set up so where you have a gaming system that's just yours, a TV that's just yours, in a space that's just yours. Not everybody has that, or they share a more communal space. So the portability isn't for the subway or rooftop parties. It can be for the house, man. Like I've been finding that out personally at home. Like, man, this is great. This is luxury. I have to have 2 PlayStations, one upstairs and one downstairs, to be able to do the same damn thing.
I never thought I'd be on board with that either. It's like I got my. I've always wanted. I'm like, man, why can't they make like what was it called? The stuff for your TV where you can take your TV and put it on your phone, whatever. What was it called? But anyway, the service where you don't have to have you have to be right in front of the box. You can take it with you, whatever. I wish they had something like that for gaming, and then the Switch came along. I was like, oh, well, this is what I was looking for. So I don't want to have to I would love to play my PlayStation games. Okay, when I get on the toilet, I can play my PlayStation games, but I don't have to go in my room. I just take my Switch with me, and it's all good. You still get console quality stuff. You don't have to worry about being on a different platform. And you go right back into the living room or wherever it is, and just start playing from there.
It was called the Vita.
Yeah.
No, I had my Vita too, but it wasn't. That was close. It was close, but
as someone who loves the Vita, I will freely admit that the Switch is what the Vita should have been, man.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on here. Another game. This one's a remake too, but it's also kind of new because it has more content. Catherine Full Body is arriving to Switch, but I'm guessing that's going to come out with all the other. Hold on,
no, it's already out, man.
Oh, it's already okay. That shows what I know about this
Full Body's already out on Xbox. Yeah. Well, no, on PlayStation. I don't think it's on.
That's a good point. All right, so it's coming to Switch, but at least that's not like 10 years later from the the remastered version or whatever.
Right.
No, it seems like the order of business is it comes out on whatever console first, and then they kind of jigger and fuck around with it so it works on the Switch.
Yeah.
It seems to be the order of business on it.
Yo, Dre, this is one for me and you right now, man. Panzer Dragoon Remake is available now.
I was done.
Now.
I was done.
Excuse me?
Stream that shit.
The Switch could have been over. The whole presentation could have been done. They didn't put that out. I've been done. I was like, I don't need to watch anymore. I'm good.
I got mad as fuck too. I'm like, how you gonna release this game now? I'm playing other shit. I can't get to this until next week. You know,
right?
Like, and again, people were like, "Yo, dude, they announced this." I'm like, "No, they just announced it today and they released it today." Like
people on Twitter are like, "What?"
Yeah, like people like, yo, was this previous announced? I'm like, not the date, motherfucker. You know, they should call
like what's crazy is they didn't even announce a date.
No, they didn't. They never.
And it just popped. They just threw that out. I was like, "Oh shit, okay."
And it's only on Switch, isn't it?
Yes, it is a Switch exclusive
until for a year, I think. Right?
I don't quote us on that. I'm not sure.
I know it's a console exclusive.
Yeah, it definitely.
I mean, timed exclusive. My bad.
All right. This next game is called Shinsei Kai Into the Depths. All right.
It actually looks pretty cool.
What does it do?
Yo, what's that game?
It's like a side-scrolling underwater adventure puzzle. It's got a little bit of puzzle in it, but it looks really cool. It's
you
like
lost me at underwater, man. I'm not playing that shit. It scared the fuck out of me, man.
It's really kind of cool though. It looks good.
Yeah. Oh shit. Here we go. Console seller right now, baby. Ring Fit Adventure. It's an update apparently.
Try to find one of them right now.
Yeah, right.
Go look the price. Look the price. Look how much that's going for right now.
It's Wii Fit all over again, man.
Damn.
Yeah. Look at it. You can't find them, and if you do find them, they're $200.
Yeah. Well, dudes are stuck at home, so they got to exercise, right?
It's been that way since like November.
Damn. Even before the Rona, shit.
Yep. That shit's crazy, man. It's a role playing game. It's an exercise. It's an exercise role playing game, but it's fun, man. We got a review of it. We got a review of it last summer, man, and it's pretty cool. It's not Wii Fit. It's none of that shit. It's different.
No yoga.
No, none of that. No. It's legit, man. It's legit.
Cool, man. All right, next game up here is called Good Job with an exclamation point. It's available on Switch. I don't know what this is either. It's called it's a madcap action puzzle game.
It's really crazy looking.
Brought to you by the blah blah blah. Yeah. I'm just trying to do their little their sizzle reel voice.
Yeah.
Man, all right. Next thing up here, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3: The Black Order expansion pack.
Somebody played that on here. Brian.
Adam
did.
Yeah, Big
Adam?
Brian.
Oh, okay. Adam and I played it.
Yeah.
Okay, what's an expansion?
What's an expansion? It's an add-on to the game. And
as in, like, what's in it?
It says Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order's new expansion pack, has the Fantastic Four in it. Shadow of Doom will arrive on Nintendo Switch today. It's apparently available now. The newest edition adds the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom as playable characters and a new story campaign. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom. That sounds pretty cool to me.
Now you face Doom.
Doom. That's cool. All right, next up here, King's Bounty 2 to be released on Nintendo Switch in 2020. I don't know what that is. Hold on, it says King's Bounty 2 is a new sequel to the King's Bounty series that began in 1990 and is headed to the Nintendo Switch with more realistic graphics, in-game choices that matter, a new character development system, and much more. So I guess it's a new sequel to this game, maybe? By the way, I'm showing my fucking knowledge of Nintendo right now, you know?
King's Bounty? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I don't know.
It's an old PC game from the 90s, and they've
no wonder I don't know it.
It's been revamped a bunch of times.
Something called Ninjala has 8-player ninja action on Switch.
It looks like the Splatoon and Power Stone merged together.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Power Stone's always good. Oh, here we go. More games. Trials of Mana, Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3. That's for Riku right there. He's gonna have to buy a Switch now. And many
Trials
more.
of Mana's good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna list all these games. So Trials of Mana, Fuser, Elder Scrolls Blades. What's that, Brett?
I have no fucking clue.
I think that's the mobile game coming to Switch.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah. Don't quote us on that. Don't quote us on that. Warhammer 40,000, Mechanicus, Vigor Closed Beta, Burnout Paradise. We already mentioned that. Saints Row the 4th. I thought that shit got reelected. Oh hell, didn't that shit already come out?
Not on Switch. It came out on everything else, but
yeah. Legend of Heroes, Mr. Drilla, Drill Land, and Minecraft Dungeons. So there you go. That's all the shit they announced in that mini Nintendo Direct, man.
Mr. Driller.
Mr. Driller. Some interesting stuff there. For me, obviously, Panzer Dragoon, that's the big one right there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the only one.
Yeah, it's the only. Let's just be honest. It's the only one. I don't give a shit about the rest. Let's just be real here. All right, let's move on, man. Man. Okay, this one's crazy, and I need one of you guys to explain the ramifications of this. So apparently, the Xbox Series X graphics source code has reportedly been stolen and is being held for ransom for $100 million. Shit, Chris, can you explain this shit to me? Like, what happens if you have the source code? Like, can you just pirate a bunch of games now? Is that how it's gonna work?
Well, I mean, if they actually can exploit it, yeah. I mean, the idea is if you have the source code, then you know how everything works. Maybe the ransom is I don't know. I think it's ridiculous, but the ransom could be that they could sell it.
$100 million.
The idea is, of course, to sell it to competitors. So it's like, oh, we'll sell Sony or Nintendo, whoever wants it, the source code to your system, so they know how it works. I really don't see them exploiting it. Like if the graphics engine is solid and you can always patch it and whatever, that won't help anything. And I don't think just because of the legal ramifications that Sony would ever go, yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah,
that'd be
right.
crazy.
Shit.
So
Were people actually saying that bullshit?
probably, but I just there's no other reason. Like if you stole that shit, okay, great. So somehow you broke into AMD or wherever and took the shit or took it from Microsoft. Great. Who are you gonna sell it to? Who would be stupid enough to buy it from you? Nobody.
Yeah, that's $100 million. Come on, man. Like you said right there, like just do a firmware update or whatever, and that shit no longer.
And you're good.
Yeah. By the way, I'm just going to read this off of IGN. A hacker has reportedly stolen the Xbox Series X graphics source code and is holding it for ransom. The news arrives through a blog post on the AMD website where the hardware company explained the situation. This is what AMD said. We were contacted by someone who claimed to have test files related to a subset of our current and future graphics products, the statement reads. According to a report from Torrent Freak, shout out to Goose, by the way, he'd let me know the original source of this shit. This stolen data was found in a hacked computer and includes source code for AMD's Big Navy and Arden GPUs. The latter is rumored to be the Xbox Series X12 teraflop GPU. By the way, is it Navy or Navi? I don't know. So yeah, there you go.
Navi, like the
fucking Avatar, but they don't have the apostrophe in there, so I don't know.
Oh, okay, the Navi.
It's the Navi.
Yeah, it says segments of the code have been posted on GitHub and subsequently removed. The hacker is asking for $100 million for the code and is threatening to dump the entirety of the stolen data if a buyer isn't found. Oh man, my man's serious, son.
So essentially, Xbox was hacked even before the console even came out.
No, this is AMD shit.
AMD was hacked.
AMD was hacked. It wasn't Xbox or Microsoft. It was AMD.
But I'm saying, like, essentially, it's like the Xbox. You know how, like, it was a while before the Xbox would get hacked, and then a bunch of torrent guys would start making all kinds of apps and things for it, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like not even the console's out, and they've already done it, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is all tied to the GPU, so it's probably like a lot of driver information that got hacked. So it's not necessarily the Xbox Series X's operating system. I'm not sure if that is, but I mean, if they can access part of the code like via backdoor, then there could expose a lot of vulnerabilities to the operating system.
The hacker would dump it online and leave it to someone else to go, oh, I see how this is working. I could create an overflow or whatever and break the system, or homebrew it maybe through a leak. But that's about all I could hope for. There's no advantage to them. Microsoft's not going to pay for this. Neither is AMD. And nobody else is going to buy it, so it's going to end up online, and AMD is going to have to do some work to fix anything that they had exposed.
Yo, man, I wonder if someone will pay $1,200 for it though.
Yo, Barry Burns says they can pay in installments, $10 million per teraflop.
Oh,
man, that's funny. what's up, dude? The third. Oh, he didn't get a notification from the Twitch. Twitch is on
Twitch.
some bullshit, man.
Yo, Twitch, man. That I only get Twitch notifications from like channels that are like pretty big.
They probably do that shit on purpose.
Yo, man, they're probably doing that stuff on purpose. We're not making them enough money for that to notify everybody.
Yeah, because I'm with Dude the Third. I didn't get a notification today either. Some bullshit, man.
Mr. Davis.
And I'm on this show.
Yeah, right. What's up with that, man?
What's up with that?
All right, so interesting user, but it seems like the worst that people are fearing is probably not going to come to pass. Just update the firmware or whatever, and you're good to go.
Yeah, and I mean, it to be honest, the weird thing about it sounds like a kid made this this threat.
It could be a kid.
I feel like it was like if a person if it was an older person that did this sort of thing, they probably wouldn't. They would probably know enough that they know that Microsoft or the graphics card company will not essentially bend to this.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, right.
I mean, these companies are petty enough to put poor people to bankruptcy, so they're not gonna pay up $100 million, let alone $1 million or $2 million to someone blackmailing them. Exactly. So,
yo, where's Dr. Evil at, man?
Yo, man,
I want $1 million.
Yeah. All right. Next up here, this is kind of interesting. So, Hewlett Packard is going to throw their hat into the VR headset game, baby. They're planning a quote-unquote next-gen VR headset in collaboration with Valve and Microsoft. Ain't that about a bitch? So it says right here.
Collaboration with who?
With Valve and Microsoft.
Oh, snap.
And Brett,
they're playing hardball now.
Here's where you're going to be interested. This thing is even higher resolution than the Valve Index. It's going to be 2160 by 2160 per eye.
Oh, dude.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah, and
that's a lot of pixels.
Yeah, and for comparison's sake, Valve's Index is 1440 by 1600 per eye. So that's a lot of pixels, man.
so it's like equivalent to being really, really close to a television.
That's what VR is if you really think about it.
It's like you're just wearing you're essentially like sitting really, really close to your TV.
Well, I mean, think about it. How does ghetto fucking VR work? You basically
they take a cell phone and just split it in half.
Put it in your face. But obviously, this thing puts shit into individual eyeballs, so it's a little bit more sophisticated than that.
Eyeballs.
Yeah. So, Brett, what's your take on this? Since you're the biggest advocate for VR. Oh.
We lose Brett.
I heard
can you hear me?
Now we can. Yeah, you clear your throat and you stop talking.
Sorry, I thought I got my mute mixed up. I think it's awesome, man. I think it's the right players and needed to be able to make a decent headset. At first, I was like, I don't know. Then if Valve's in it, then they're trying to do something serious.
Hey man, they already have a flagship game for that VR headset. That Half-Life game has gotten crazy.
Alex. As a matter of fact, actually before this, I want to give a huge shout out to Eric Cutts, who is now hosting us with 21 of her viewers. So thank you, Erica. Appreciate that. All right. Here's the other thing. It said VR had a surge in interest over the last few months in anticipation of Half-Life Alyx, Valve's first feature-length VR game and the first return of the Half-Life universe. So yeah, it's kind of interesting how that game, brought a bunch of interest to VR. I'm guessing dudes are really thirsty for that Half-Life. Even if this isn't this isn't Half-Life 3. That's what people really want, but this isn't enough for them. So they're happy with that.
Man, it's making me want to get a VR.
Word.
Just to play that game, but I don't even. Man, how much are they even worth now? Are they cheaper now?
Well, it depends on which headset, because some are more expensive than others, man. The Valve one, how much is the Valve one? I'm guessing it's expensive shit.
Yo, $900 for the HTC Vive Pro Starter Edition.
Yo, man, you could buy 2 next-gen consoles for that price, son.
Damn.
Man. Yo, man, this is some... Man, I'm not... Yo, I mean, the stimulus package is going to cover it, though.
Yo, you're right about that, man. I was just gonna ask a question. That's totally off topic.
You gotta have some.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yo, man, this is some oh shit. This shit looks crazy. I haven't taken a look at VR headsets recently, so this shit looks like some upgraded shit compared to when it launched.
You know, those new headsets now, they're like, they don't need any like sensor marks anywhere, none of that stuff. So
no cables and shit, probably.
Yeah.
Yo, man, you put that shit in your head, son, you gonna time travel, man.
The
crazy
one,
it is.
I mean, the one that Half-Life Alyx is launched with, that thing's pretty awesome. They say it's better than the Oculus, I think, right?
Oh, it's the Valve one, right? I think it is.
Yeah, the Valve one.
Wait, Valve has one now? I thought they just like they're just like about to collaborate.
No, the Valve Index, man.
Yeah.
I just talked about it a couple minutes ago. The Valve Index. That's the one that previously had the highest resolution until fucking.
Yeah, that's the one.
HP
That's the
shit.
one that's launching with Half-Life Alyx.
Well,
Damn, that's a $900 game then, effectively.
Pretty much, yeah.
Valve Index. Is this on Amazon?
Yo, that's a lot. You got to be rich for that shit. But like you said, the stimulus package is coming. There you go. Buy a VR headset, man.
Where the hell can I buy this shit?
Hey Brett, were you a Half-Life fan, or did you really care about that franchise?
Oh, dude, I loved Half-Life.
Oh, okay. So, are you interested? Are you interested in Half-Life Alyx?
I kind of am, actually. I'm interested. I'm intrigued by the VR. Part of me says that this isn't a real game. It's a side little VR project, and it's probably going to be stupid. But then the other part of me says, but it's Half-Life. And then another part of me says, but it's VR. I like both of those things. So I have really mixed feelings on the subject.
Yeah, Brett, but do you like the fact that this shit costs $1,000? The Valve Index VR kit,
No.
$999. This is some
No, dude,
bullshit.
this is gonna be the fucking Ferrari of headsets. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
that's like saying dude, do you think a car should cost $200,000? Like, no, but some do.
Yeah, you don't need the Valve Index to play this game right. Play this game properly. I mean, the latest Oculus is not that incredibly expensive, as I remember. So you could probably use that to play it in
Yeah, this isn't an entrance level VR headset, and you're gonna. I mean, what we're seeing now is diversification of the market, which is just a signal of its growth and stabilization. And it's VR is a thing. It's going to continue to be a thing, and it's going to become more and more of a thing.
So, can I use the PSVR to play this shit?
Probably. Well, they may keep it. They may keep it off consoles. Keep it a Steam exclusive thing.
Damn it.
This might be a stupid question. Can you use the PSVR on your PC?
I'm not actually sure.
That is a good question.
I'm pretty sure that they found a way to. Yes.
Nah, it's a stupid question, but we're all kind of stupid about that aspect because I don't know either.
I don't think it doesn't officially work. Have people gotten it to work?
Yes,
How
they
well?
have. Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not perfectly.
Yeah, Goose says yes, they have by hacks. So there you go.
Oh, by hacks.
Kind of like the way they got PlayStation 4 controllers to work on it previously.
Oh
yeah, that's right. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, when it comes to PC gamers, where there's a will, there's a way, man.
Yo,
these dudes don't mess around, man. All right. Yeah, right. All right. Okay, we gotta bring this up, Andre. Man, I'm a little mad right now, son.
Why?
Little mad right now. Okay, so last week, Sega teased us with this image over on their website that had a guy in a gi and a number 6. I lost my motherfucking mind.
We both did.
I lost it. I was like, "This is it, Virtua Fighter 6." I've been asking for Virtua Fighter 6 since the original version of Throwdown started in 2012. That's how long I've been asking for this fucking game.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
So I'm there like, oh shit, this is it. As a matter of fact, fun little story. When the news dropped when I was over on the ARG podcast, we were doing episode 200 and 201. So I'm talking to David and I'm trying not to lose my fucking shit. I'm like, fuck it's happening, man. I was talking to my homie Jeffrey Wilson and shit. We're like, yo, we're bugging out. We're fucking texting each other like, yo, it's happening. It's fucking happening, man.
Shout out to Jeffrey.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Jeffrey, that's the dude right there.
Yeah.
But I do remember saying, yo, what if they're just gonna bring back Segata,
Sushido.
Because they were, if you looked at the URL, it said that Segata was Segata Senshiro, right? For you guys who don't know, over in Japan, Segata was the main dude who promoted the Sega Saturn, right? So, I was like, yo, what if it's just a return of this dude or whatever? Turns out that's the case. Kind of. So for the 60th anniversary, yes, Sega has been around for 60 years. They used to do shit before video games. They are bringing back Sanshiro, but it's not Segata Sanshiro that we know. It's his son. He's taking over. So he's going to be promoting, Sega from now on.
Is he muscly too?
No, no, man. As a matter of fact,
he says, what it is he's the actor's oldest son.
Yeah, actually.
So apparently Sega has some kind of deal with this guy. I don't know.
Manny, I'm going to tell you what this guy looks like right now. Segata, the old Segata. He's old school anime, big, burly, manly dude, right? What do you think? What do you think
he looks like?
No. Don't say that. No.
He looks like
no. Don't say that. I want Manny to guess. What do you think he looks like? New anime. What do you think this guy looks like?
He probably looks like Joker from Persona.
That's actually that. That's perfect. I knew Manny was gonna give me one, man. I knew.
Dead on.
Yeah, because again, that's what old anime characters look like, big buff dudes and shit. That'll fuck you up just by looking at you, right? What do new anime characters look like? It looks like Joker from Persona.
So that means they should have that awesome Persona music come out. He comes out like.
Oh man, that was so awesome.
Would you say you'll never see it coming?
Yes.
Never see it coming. So yeah, all that big hype for that. I mean,
we can't really say it's Sega's 60th anniversary, so we don't know what they're gonna do. We can't really say. I mean, that image might have been.
Virtua Fighter 6, man. Fuck that.
I don't know, man. I hope something. I was just like, and I saw the video, and I was like, oh, okay. That's okay. And he just kept saying, "Go Sega, go Sega." I'm like, Sega Dayo, Sega Dayo. I'm like, okay, dude, okay, we get it, dude, we get it. I don't know. You watch the video, it's funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
The video's funny. Yeah. It's just I don't know what the hell they're trying to. I don't know what's going on. I'm just like, what happened?
Sega's just like, we're just gonna do that weird shit that we used to do before. Don't worry about it.
And I'm cool with that. But when the weird shit came with some good footage of some games and some shit, you heard some shit. You just like, all I got was this kid. All I got was this kid. I'm like, okay.
Yo, this dude looks like Light Yagami, man.
I mean, there better be a video of him running with, I don't know if he has to have a Saturn or a Dreamcast or something, but he needs to be lifting them and running around in the field or something. I don't know, something. He needs to be training somewhere. I don't know.
I need to see this dude announce Virtua Fighter 6, man. That's what I need to see.
Something. But yeah, the 6. Dude, that threw me off. I think you and Torres was talking about it. Yeah, we were just like, what? No, and we're just like, and I can't look at anything like that again and go. I'm just gonna be like, that's probably some bullshit. And the one time I actually go on Twitter and say this is some bullshit, it's gonna be something awesome, and I'll be like, okay, well, whatever. But I don't know. No, I'm looking at these images on the Sega's anniversary thing. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do. It's like they're gonna. I mean, maybe they'll put a Dreamcast collection on a console, or I don't know.
I don't know, man. But again, there's still time. But then again, this year has been fucking crazy anyway. So who knows?
God, this year's been nuts.
All right. Anyway,
and not in a good way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Not in a good way. Again. Because now we're going to do the games we've been playing lately. Where the fuck is Adam? He's like the master of this shit because he always plays 50 fucking games.
Yo, man, what's up with that?
Yo, where's your cousin at, man?
I don't know, man. He don't tell me nothing. He barely calls me normally.
Oh, dude.
Yo.
This is. I tell you, Throwdown's probably the most I ever hear from him.
Shit. Or yeah,
Nah.
or the text he sends,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
when he sends like news that happened like 2 hours beforehand. It's like, yeah, we know about that already, bro. We're on Twitter, man.
Yo, man, I swear we gotta have like a centralized like place where we all like get to chat with each other, because sometimes information just gets like.
Well, yeah, because it's either.
We don't need to discuss that on air. We don't need to discuss that on air.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about that.
Anyway, yeah. Andre, since you're the guest, what games have you been playing lately, sir?
To tell you the truth, it's been Animal Crossing.
All right. Yes. Why don't you give us your Animal Crossing
My
review
man.
then? Actually, you and Breck and tag team
like I
on
said,
this
I just got you talking about it. I've been
go
a
ahead.
fan
Yeah,
since
go ahead, man.
day one. I've got every iteration. I've put hundreds and hundreds of hours of each one. This one, basically, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. Since a lot of guys, a lot of people are numbers people. It's outsold everything on the Switch, including Smash and Pokemon.
What?
Yeah,
And
that's just in Japan. In Japan. That's just physically because they don't count digital sales. So
I gotta call bullshit.
No, it is the
1.8 million. 1.8 million in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
That's just physical.
Pokemon sold like 17 million, and that was like last year.
No. We're talking about the first 3 weeks sales.
Oh, I mean, we got to be specific here, man. You scared me. Like they sold 17 million in one week. Excuse me.
No. Well, the thing about that is, I mean, it's it's just one of those games where Pokemon is one of those things. Not everybody likes Pokemon, but this one of those games that you can just pick up and just chill with. There's so much into it. It's just, right now it's just like everybody. I know people who bought a Switch for this game, and they've never played Animal Crossing before, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm loving this. I'm addicted. I can't stop playing it. It's just crazy."
Am I gonna have to buy this game?
Probably.
Dude,
Because the thing about Animal Crossing is fun. It's not everybody's like, "Oh, it's like The Sims." No, it's not. It's it's a totally different game. You've never played a game like.
If like a I don't know what's like a Valium or something. I don't know a good reference here. Where a video
cocaine.
No, the opposite of cocaine.
Oh, okay.
What's the opposite of cocaine?
Downers.
It's a game where
Opium? If
one of the
Opium
most
were a
chill
video
games
game,
you'll
here
play.
you go. If Opium were a video game, it would be Animal Crossing.
Wow.
Because you just lay back, you lose track of time. Next thing you know, you're like sprout out of the couch 2 days later, and you're like, man, you don't understand. Like, I need to get some more fruit so I can dig up some trees. My orchard doesn't look right because my tree's off one square.
Right.
And people
I
are like,
gotta
what the fuck are you
get Tom
talking
Nook
about?
his money, man. I gotta get his money. It's just. It's just a fun. If you play it, you just try it. If you got somebody that's got a Switch, whatever they want to try it, just try it, and it'll remind you of why you play video games in the first place.
I got a test for you though, because like honestly, nobody's been really able to actually answer this question. Like clearly, distinctly, and in a short word, there's always like a whole lot of like, well, describe what Animal Crossing is.
You can't. You can't. You can't. It's They try to say it's like a what do they call it? I'll put it this way. For everybody who's practicing social distancing, this will make you want to go out and find people. So you'll get online and you'll go, hey, who's got Animal Crossing? Send me your friend code. Do your friend code, and you'll go and you'll see if you go on Twitter and just do hashtag Animal Crossing, do Horizons, you're gonna see millions of people who are playing with their friends. The friends will come over to their island. You hang out. You do. They haven't even opened up the events or anything like that in the game. Like a New Leaf, there was so much stuff. The game does not end. For one, it doesn't end. It just keeps going. There's always something to do. It's just. I don't know. It's just fun. Like the music alone will probably just chill you out because it's just so laid back, and it's really hard to describe.
Can I say something? Can I say something pretty ignorant?
Go for it. Go ahead.
At first I thought this was just like a white people game.
No.
To be
What
honest,
the fuck?
Damn.
like,
No, I hear you.
I see how it is.
well, yeah, it's like I thought it's one of those things. It's like really meta, and it's like,
Yo, I wish I could say what I want to say right now. Like, yo,
Say it.
I can't.
Say something equivalent then. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know,
Minorities play this game.
yeah,
Like,
okay,
that's-
yeah,
that's
like
like a
minorities play
predator.
this game. Excuse me?
Dude, yeah, of
No,
course they do.
Trust me, they do.
Dude, of course they
And
do.
the thing about
By the way,
this game
minorities
is
is not the word I wanted to use, but I think
No,
use your
the thing about-
imagination. You know.
I feel you. The thing about the thing about this game, and a lot of my friends, I can tell you, when we first saw this, they showed the customization of the characters. Now, before you just picked a boy or girl, that was it, and you can buy all this stuff. But now you can actually put skin tones, hair. You can make anybody you want. And a lot of my friends are like, I can finally be brown. Yeah, you can finally be brown. You can finally be black. Yeah, you can. And that's what's cool. That's just one little micro thing that's awesome about the game. It's just good. It's just fun.
Dude, the customization, but the way that you get it too, like you earn it and it makes it feel like it's yours. You get connections to things. Like I play a guy, a dead-eyed, blood-splattered Viking. I wear a Viking helmet.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
Face paint that looks like blood splatter coming from the bottom right to the top left, like I just like hacked into something.
Yeah.
And I have dead eyes, and then like just go around like pillaging islands because I'm a tiny Viking, man. I just pay some money, hop on a plane, land at an island, pillage the ever loving fuck out of it, then take it home and. And it's also a resource managing game. It's a resource managing game. It's a time management game. You have so much time before, but it's all very subtle. Like you can do all of these things in it. Like, okay, so for instance, tonight, if I wanted to progress my game, I have until the next day, which rolls over at like 5 a.m. to do tasks A, B, and C, and I can also do other tasks. Like I can get my house paid off, and I can do this job for Tom Nook. And if I synchronize those, when the clock hits 5 a.m. and the day rolls over, everything will be stacked and everything will change. So my house will get bigger, my town will change, it'll expand a little bit, and then you go in and put in your work for the next day. And on top of that, there's this kind of like, you talk to your little neighbors, and it's funny because especially if you're like playing with other people, like I'm playing with my buddy Morgan, he's taken over the north part of my island, he lives in the North Mountains. If he changed his passport to like washed up grandpa, and everybody in the town started talking about it. It was fucking hilarious.
I don't know, man. I just thought like whatever you're saying doesn't really sound intriguing to me. So I thought maybe there's like a cultural barrier that is like
it's just one of those things.
It's a fuck off creative game. Like you get to design.
You just have to play it.
Yeah, I don't think it's a cultural thing because I've seen people of all colors play it, literally and figuratively. You know.
Yeah, you just have to play it. It's just basically that's what all it boils down to. Because watching it is like, okay, you kind of get it, but then once you do something, you'll have to jump in right quick.
It's fun. It's creative.
It's fun.
It's lighthearted. It's soothing. That's the big thing. Like, man, it's when I say it's like opium, I mean like in the sense of like, dude, like have you noticed I haven't been yelling that much this podcast because I am so fucking relaxed. Like the last 2 days are just it's like been playing Animal Crossing is like laying in a hammock, man. Like you just can't be mad.
Interesting. Anybody else playing this game? Chris, is Kristen playing?
Oh yeah, I watch her play it for like 5 minutes. I fall asleep.
we could jump into the complete opposite end, and Chris, me and you could tag team this one. A game I've been playing, and Chris has been playing, Doom Eternal.
Oh my god,
that's my Zen game, man. Holy fucking shit! Like Andre, you talked about how Animal Crossing reminds you of why you play video games. Doom reminds me of why I play video games. Just like fucking like, rah! It's so fucking intense, man. I love that shit. It's so good. Like I don't know how they did it, Chris. They actually outdid the original one, the 2016 game. It's crazier than that one,
Oh yeah, it's pure madness. There's just shit happening all the time.
I love it.
Like I'm a little bit not a fan of some of the platforming, but the action when you just get into fights, like I see these motherfuckers fighting each other. I'm like, no, I'm murdering you. Fuck this guy.
Yo, by the way, every time I see that, when I see demons fight each other, like, yo, these demons ain't loyal, man. They fucking fight each other. But I love when as soon as I shoot the guns, they all look at me. It's like, fuck that guy, man. Yeah. You know, but there are still occasions when everybody's coming after you. There's still two motherfuckers all the way in the back fighting each other.
Still fighting each other.
You know, I'll be like, "Yo, I'm coming after you next, man." But yeah, no, that game, like,
see you.
It, for lack of a better term, it's a beautiful game, man. Like, it's beautifully destructive. Like, when you really get into it and you start like fucking slicing shit, getting your health back, you know, pumping a shotgun into a motherfucker's face, ripping him in half, and then jump into another guy and stabbing him and shit. Oh my god, the ballet of death is fantastic, man. I can't get enough of that shit. And I actually like the platforming. I think it has a really cool element, especially when it gets like more and more complicated later on. I'm like, okay, this is cool because it kind of breaks up the combat and shit. That's really cool.
They added a lot of lore. Like I keep reading. This game I'm reading the codex because I'm like, I'm lost. I played the first game. I don't remember all this shit about Sentinels and all. I'm like, what happened? Like, where's all
this shit coming from? Because when I played the first game, I'm gonna admit it, I didn't breed any of that shit. I just went in and killed. So when this game started, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I actually didn't read any of the codexes this time because I was too busy with the review and stuff. But what I want to do is, and this is something I don't do, people. I want to go back to the first Doom, the 2016 one, and then read all the codexes and shit, play it fresh and everything, then jump into this one, play it fresh again. Because I'm watching these videos on YouTube. I'm like, wow, this is actually kind of deep. Like, holy shit, Granted, it's not like
find out about the Doomslayer.
I haven't heard that guy in this game though. I miss him.
Yeah, and then one of my other fun parts of the game is the whole, for lack of a better term, the Metroidvania-ness of it. Like, you go back to replay levels, you got to do all this cool stuff to find like hidden shit. You become more powerful as it goes and stuff. Like,
yeah, what was really fun to me? The Slayer gates. When you open up the Slayer gates and you have those crazy like arena levels. It was just pure action,
Yeah. The thing is, like, the game is already pure action. This takes it to 11,
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, man. And then, I don't know how far you're up, but some of the bosses, legit. Oh, man. It is good. Let me see what Goose is saying, because I think he's actually been playing the original one, 2016 one. He says the doors leap. It can mess up the pacing, though, because the game is go, go, go. Then you stop to read shit. I think that's why when you play the game for the first time, don't read anything. Just fucking go. Just keep going.
Yeah, I hit a point. Like when I met that king, and I was like, what the fuck is this guy? And I picked up his codex. I'm like, all right, I'm going to read a bunch of shit. I got confused right now. But it's fine.
I mean, there is that hub space station that you're always in.
That's a good place to do it. Yeah, because doing the king show, I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? Apparently, he was mentioned in the first game. I'm like, okay.
I didn't remember.
And they were talking about the Sentinels. I'm like, who the fuck the Sentinels? I'm thinking about the guys from X-Men,
They kind of give you a little bit of They kind of give you a little bit of whatever it was.
Yeah.
But very little. I mean, the 2016 game was pretty clear. I'm like, all right, this bitch opened up hell. I'm going to go kill her. I don't trust Optimus Prime over here telling me what to do. I'm going to kill him later. That I knew what I had to do.
Dude, I played most of Doom 2000, Doom Eternal, not knowing, like, why did I just bring back half a robot? It was like, oh, that's the motherfucker from the first game, Samuel Hayden. Yeah, but I didn't know, why did I just pick up half a robot? Like, what the fuck is going on here? This shit is kind of like, am I going to do anything with this robot? And then the thing is, he's in the game too. He talks to you, but I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? But again,
he's the guy that talks. Yeah, he's the.
Again, that's not the focus. It's like the level designs, the enemies. Oh, it's so good, and I love how the game just like it doesn't let up, man. Like it just throws you into this shit. Like, do it right now, or die. That game is so good, man. When it hits the lips, it's so good. So far, right now at the moment, my game of the year. I said it. That could change, obviously, because we got Final Fantasy coming around the corner.
And
but right now,
you are playing Resident Evil 3.
At
some point. At some point, you're playing it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
by the way, I think I actually can say that at least. I am playing Resident Evil 3, but that's all you get. Because I saw some other journalists, so I'm like, oh, that means I could do it too. I just can't give you my opinion on it. I'm playing a game and you use a controller to play it. That's all you get from me right now.
Yo, man, that's crazy.
You got to control it, this motherfucker?
You got to control it and control it with your mind?
You know what? The demo, I'm replaying it to get all the bobbleheads, but they made it a real pain in the ass to get the bobbleheads. Like they're not just like, oh, one's sitting up there on a roof or one sitting. No, one you have to get by downing Nemesis 5 times. You have to make him take a knee and then
What?
go to a squad car that pops open, fight a zombie, and then the bobblehead's in the car.
Crazy.
You know,
So
it's like weird shit like that.
they must give you something decent if they're making you do all that shit to just.
I
to
hope
get
so.
the
That's the
bobblehead.
only one I haven't gotten yet. Is like downing Nemesis. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't have enough shit in here to take this guy down 5 times, not just once, 5 times.
Yeah, so I haven't played that, but I can't give you my opinion on that until Monday. Yo, I'm just gonna say this right now. 2020, even though it's been shitty, pretty good games coming out right now, people. Pretty good games, man. Doom, magnifique. I'm sorry for talking French, but yeah, oh, so good. When his lips are so good.
You're starting to talk some dead language, or was it?
Yeah.
What was it from Futurama?
So
What's
what
the
else?
future?
Yeah.
He's speaking some sort of dead language.
It's speaking some old dead language, and it goes bonjour.
Bonjour.
Yeah, so that's what I've been playing. I mean, there's this other game I'm playing, but I can't talk about it. Check out my stuff over at PC Mag early next week. I got some reviews coming for you guys, man. It's gonna be good stuff. And that's that. Also, and I also do want to play Panzer Dragoon, but I won't get. As a matter of fact, I'm going old school. Not only am I, because just keeping it being real, I don't buy many games. I am buying that limited edition, baby. Fuck that shit. And I'm buying the Sega Saturn case on top of that.
Okay. Number one, you got to play that shit on our thing.
Do I? I don't have to do.
You got to
nothing.
stream that shit. Stream that shit. People not need to see that love. Where that love comes from, son.
Yeah. Well, probably that won't be until next week, though. Obviously, because I got games to play for money, baby. All right, Chris. Anything else you've been playing besides the Dooms?
Doom and the RE3 demo. That's about it.
Yep. Dana, get out of here. I haven't been playing that shit. Man, I don't play Animal Crossing. What the fuck? Who is next? Carlos.
I've been playing. Well, I beat Ori in the Blind Forest, or Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Yeah, give us your review on it, man.
Hey, man, it's. I mean, you're talking about your game of the year. That's my game of the year so far.
Damn, it's like that.
Yeah, man, that game is really good. The story is good too, and man, I've heard a lot of people complaining about some glitches and stuff, and I'm not gonna say they don't exist. I just didn't experience them. I played it on PC on the Xbox Game Pass app. Yeah, man, Ori is good. I like it better than the first one actually, and it's just the platforming, man. It's so good. All the different types of power ups you have, and so you can platform through the world. It's crazy, man. I freaking love that game. I've also been playing.
Before
Doom.
you go on,
go ahead.
Is it as brutal as the first one? Because Ori and the Blind Forest, fan-fucking-tastic game. I love that game, but that shit will kick you in the fucking nuts.
Yeah, there's a lot of places where you're gonna die. Yeah,
good. That's what I want, man. That game, that was part of the fun of it. Like, it's brutal. It's fucking hard as shit.
That last boss, man. I'm like, damn, man, give me a break. Yeah, it can get pretty tough, man. Yeah, and I've also been playing Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
I'm not as hyped about it as everyone else. Yeah. Well, Chris and Tony. But it's a pretty good game. The only thing that I don't really like a lot is when it feels like you're running at 100 miles per hour shooting people, but then you're in a level where you have to clear the enemies out before you can move on to the next level. And I'm like, it just kills like my momentum. I also don't have an issue with, like Tony mentioned, the platforming aspects of it, but I know a lot of people do have issues with it. At first, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I'm like, where am I supposed to go? It's like it's just a dead end, or like you can just jump off a cliff, but you have to hold R3 every time you're in doubt. Like if there's a platforming aspect in this game, just jump anywhere and hold R3. And hope that you have like an animation where you grapple onto something or like swing to some place, and it'll probably work. So yeah, I've been playing Doom Eternal, and I've also been playing Super Mario Maker 2. on the Switch.
Oh, you went back to that?
Yeah, I've been playing that right now during the show. So yeah, there's always new levels that people make that are really interesting. And it's something that it's pretty quick and easy, and can play for like half an hour and be done with it. So
Nice.
pretty much the anti Animal Crossing, I guess.
The anti, even though that's a kind of like creative game too,
Yeah. Well, actually, I have a question. Is Animal Crossing something that you can play for like small chunks of time, or is that something you think you always have to put in a lot of time every sit down with it?
Just for bread
You
and
can play for however long you want. Play for 10 minutes. You can play for 10 hours.
Okay, that's pretty much every game ever made. Okay, thanks.
Yep. All right, Brett, have you played anything besides Animal Crossing? And if you haven't, you could just tell us more about Animal Crossing.
Nope, I just been chilling out to Animal Crossing. It's been nice. Been working around the house, getting some shit done.
Nice.
That's pretty much it. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about it.
Yeah. All right, Brian, what have you been playing lately, sir?
I've actually not been playing much of anything, to be fair. It's been a very quiet week. Last week I did play AC Odyssey.
Oh, what do you think of it?
Because it was actually all right. It was all right until I got off the first island, and then I was like, wow, the game just like opens up, and now there's like quest markers everywhere. So I'm like, I don't
Brian.
really feel like doing all the quest marker things. What's up?
May I ask why?
Why
Was it on sale or something?
Oh no, it was like the free game. Like they did like a free play game.
On PSN?
On PC. Why did I play on PSN?
Damn.
I don't know, man.
Choose a lesser experience. I don't know.
Well, you said it's free, so I assumed it could have been PSN.
No, they have Shadow of the Colossus this month. No, it was Uplay. They just said, "Hey, play the game for free like over the weekend." So I was like, "Yeah, cool. Get it on PC. Get that ultra wide, baby." So yeah, it was quite fun. Like I really did enjoy it. I liked when I got like the golden shin pads. Because I'm like, I can potentially do like a Wonder Woman cosplay in this. Like,
yeah,
I'm really feeling it. So yeah, I really did enjoy it. The combat is interesting. I would have to admit that. I really don't like the levels. I think that they're a bit dumb. Because like I went up, like there's one base, this guy was like 2 levels above me, and man, it just felt so annoying. It's like, why is his health bar so damn big? So then I leveled up once, and then it's like, cool, I just took him out. And like, why is there such a huge disparity between like 2 levels and 1 level? I thought it'd be okay, but it just seemed like there's such a wide gap between the levels. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, maybe they do some sort of padding or not padding, some sort of scaling in the background or something, where guys that are like 2 levels above you, you are really not meant to touch them. Whereas guys that are like 1 level above you, you can fight on equal par, which is so weird. But apart from that, it was fine. It's Assassin's Creed, so assassinate people, then get found out, then kill everyone. That's it, and then run when you like just get overwhelmed. I love how you can like release the animals in cages where they just go through and write shit because it's amazing fun. Oh, funny story. I had like a bounty on me. Like this guy came like with me with like a lion. So like this guy had like a pet lion and he was chasing me around. I'm like, how the hell do you get a pet lion? Like, I want one now. Like, what the fuck's this? Yeah, it's good fun. Like, definitely good fun. Again, I can't pick it up purely because there's just not enough hours in the day. But out of all the ones that I played, and I've only played Freedom Cry 3 and that one, it's the one that I like most. So yeah, thumbs up for me.
Yeah, Odyssey's dope. Odyssey's dope. Great game. Hey, by the way, fun fact: that's the last game I got a platinum in.
Wait, what?
Yeah, yeah, last year, man. That's how long it's been since I got a plat. January.
Jeez, are you right?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're right?
No, dude. The fucking job, man. Like I don't even beat most games because I always got to move on to the next one for work and shit. That's just how life is now, Brian.
I'll get a platinum for you.
Yeah, please, man. And the only reason I got the platinum is because January, there's no games coming out in January, you know? Why do you think this January I went back to Monster? I'm like, there's time now. But as soon as February hit, I'm like, okay, I'm just on this roller coaster. That's why I appreciated Doom. You know, it's like a nice short game, even though I've already put like 40 hours into the shit, you know? Hold on. I was asked, how many plats do you have in total? What is it, 62 or something like that?
We can actually check.
Yeah, you guys should check. Death. It's like 62 platinums. I will admit the majority of those platinums, which were about 48 of them, I got before I became a game journalist. After I became a game journalist, things slowed down considerably for understandable reasons. But even then, I still got a lot of motherfuckers beat, so I'm pretty proud of that. You know, I think it's I may be more, maybe under you guys. You know, again, Death, check me out, man. I don't hide my fucking. I don't unlike some other people. Nobody in this chat, obviously. I don't hide my trophies. You know, some people actually do that shit. They hide their trophy. Why are you doing that? That shit makes no sense. Be proud of your shit, man.
I noticed that Charles hit his and a couple of folks.
Nah, son, you got to show that shit. You know, Adam said he fell asleep. Well, you're about to miss the show, motherfucker.
Don't make staying up late.
Yeah. So Brian, that's it. AC Odysseys.
Yeah, that's it. And then this weekend they have Ghost Recon Broke Points for free, so go and play that for a bit and see how that is.
Yeah, NDAs. No, showing your platinum isn't breaking an NDA unless you fucking skill it. But even then, NDAs eventually break. You know, because I did get the platinum in Spider-Man before that game dropped, but you know you could see it afterwards. You know.
Yeah, usually whenever you're playing certain games.
Actually, as a matter of fact, Manny, I'm sorry to cut you off. You can't even see those trophies even if you wanted to because they're locked off until the game goes live. That's why they have a trophy patch. That's one of the reasons, obviously. You know.
Yeah.
Like even when I'm playing the game, I get these trophies and stuff. Like let's just say, for the sake of actually it's not Sega. When I was playing God of War, when I was playing Spider-Man, when I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn, all these games I got before they came out, I would get trophies, but I couldn't look at them unless I shut my system off and looked at them offline because they won't upload anyway. So basically, there's no reason to hide your trophies, you know?
Yeah.
Because the trophy, if the trophies that you see are already made live by the company itself, you know.
For folks who are curious, Tony has 67 platinum trophies.
Oh damn, more than I thought.
And you are currently at level 30, and you're about
holla at your boy.
You're at 82% away from hitting 31.
Nice. Hey, your boy gets busy, man. You know,
yeah, I mean, you did. Yeah, I mean, like you did. Like your last platinum trophy is what game was that?
That was Assassin's Creed, wasn't it?
I think it was Assassin's Creed. Yeah.
And I think before that was probably Spider-Man's an easy fucking platinum. You could sleep and get that platinum. You know. Burnout Paradise. I got another. That was another one I got. I miss getting platinums, but I got to just keep going, you know. And things may actually slow down even more because now since I'm writing for PC Mag, most of the third-party games I want to be reviewing are on PC. Like Doom, I'm playing right now. That's a PC game. There's no reason for me to play it on PS4, you know. MGS play. You already know, son. Metal Gear got to get that platinum.
Mm-hmm. You know? You have one. You have it for 5.
Yeah.
But for MGS 4 you don't because we got those. Yeah, we got those. We got everything in the game before the trophy patch came.
If that had retroactive trophies, Mania would have got the platinum instantly because we did all that shit. We got all the medals and everything, you know.
Yep, we did. We both did it. So
the games when I could just play games all day long. Those are over, man. Because I'm busy writing about games. Isn't that ironic, you know? What the fuck are we talking about again? Brian, that's it. Just AC Odyssey?
That's it.
Right. Manny, have you been playing anything?
Yes, I have. I actually finished Vanquish. I bought the Vanquish Bayonetta collection, and I finished Vanquish again.
By the way, Bayonetta, I got the platinum in that one too back in the day. I tried to get it for Vanquish. I'm missing like one trophy. It was for beating all the challenges. Like those challenges are fucking crazy. I even beat. I think one of the trophies was. I'm going to say this real quick. You know, sorry to go into your segment. Vanquish is a game that's actually more fun on the highest difficulty because you have to use everything in your arsenal. That game is fun as shit when you play it on the hardest difficulty.
I mean, the game doesn't give you anything. Like you can slide and do all kinds of slow down and all that other stuff, but you still get your ass whipped by every single robot.
Yeah. So anyway, going. Yeah, Vanquish.
So
did you play before?
Oh yeah, I actually got more trophies this time than the last time that I played it.
Nice,
which is hilarious. I think that's the one I bought. I think I borrowed it from you
probably did.
because
Yeah.
I think you owned it.
Oh
On
yeah, I
PS3.
still got it back there somewhere.
So yeah, it's nice to play it again. The game looks nice. I mean, granted, there's this weird shadow thing on the characters. Like all the shadows look weird and blocky for some odd reason.
Interesting.
It's an odd thing, but I mean, the game. Other than that, it looks pretty good. And the other thing is the cinematics are all like old school resolution, so they're not like really high, so they look a little blurry and stuff like that. But that was the game that I was playing while you guys were playing The Division. I was playing Vanquish because I know I could play that game and not need to worry about the silly story that's happening in it, because it really it's kind of a dopey story anyway. But and then I put in I recently, I'm not going to get the platinum in that, but and then I put in Bayonetta because I've never played Bayonetta before. I've only seen the anime and I've seen you play it, Tony, but that's about it.
Yeah,
so,
Bayonetta, greatest. I'm gonna say greatest hack and slash game of all time. Better than Devil May Cry. Fuck it, I said it.
I do like it's funny because I played the games after like that for platinum, so it's a little weird playing it because some of the buttons are a little bit different than in the later games. Like for Nier Automata, it's actually some of the buttons are quite a bit different. So it was like hard to get used to the button format for this specific game. But because I think square is the shooting button as opposed to the light hit button. So it's interesting. So I mean, it's fun. So I've only really finished the tutorial level, but I think I'm gonna finish this one and then I'm I called this game the palette cleanser before I go into something heavier.
Oh boy!
So maybe after this, I'll go into Control.
That's another game I want to go back to and get that platinum. That shit seems like an easy one, but I just didn't have time.
I've heard that game is not a very difficult platinum.
No.
You just need to finish every single mission and find a bunch of stuff in the game. So. I mean that's definitely a good fodder for what I call the one and done playthrough where I get
Control's a great game too.
Mm-hmm. From what I hear.
Yeah. By the way, right now as we're talking, I'm trying to get Streets of Rage 4 Classic Edition for PS4. There was the Sega Genesis case.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, do I want to pay $75 for this shit?
Well, dude, I mean, all you're really getting is a case that literally fits the whole game, and it has the soundtrack. I think that's all it's got.
No, this one doesn't have the soundtrack. Soundtrack's separate. I got to pay for that separately.
But you could get the Panzer Dragoon limited run.
Oh, I'm getting that shit for sure.
Oh yeah,
that Sega Saturn case. Give me that.
Yeah,
shit.
the Saturn case. Yeah.
I'll leave Streets of Rage alone. By the way, Goose never, ever apologize for derailing the conversation about when it comes to platinum, sir. We will always talk about trophies on this podcast, man. Remember, I'm a former platinum hunter, man. As a matter of fact, because we got to fill up time anyway. There's nothing happened this week. Back in the day, this was 2008 after they implemented platinums and stuff, trophies or whatever on PlayStation. I was on the PlayStation forums heavily. I was coordinating with some other dudes and shit, and we would team up and get platinums. And remember, this is on PS3. There was no voice chat back in those days. It was all fucking text. So we had to use the forums just to coordinate. So we would coordinate everything right and then go into the game and then help each other out. We would boost each other. We would do this and that and the other thing. We would get so many fucking platinums, man. The holy grail for me was Grand Theft Auto 4 Platinum, because one of the trophies was you had to complete every single multiplayer mode at least once. The thing is, on PlayStation 3, if you log off, all your progress is erased. So me and this one dude from Germany, I don't even think the motherfucker spoke English that well. We stayed up for like 30 hours and shit, just playing, and I would like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep right now. So we would take a little break, then he'd go to sleep and shit. And we just kept rotating and shit. And then there was this one Auf Wiedersehen Petrovich, which is the last multiplayer trophy. That one you had to get like $1 million or something. So me and my boys, we would just grind for fucking weeks trying to get that $1 million on this one mission over and over and over and over again. I'm telling you, I got platinum stories for days, man. I was a hunter, The one that broke me was Final Fantasy 13, man.
It's funny that the game.
Yeah.
It's funny that the game that you had to leave the console on didn't do it, but it was
No.
that one that did
Yeah.
it.
For 2 fucking weeks, I'm grinding on this same enemy, trying to get this fucking dark materia shit that had a less than 1% drop rate. I'm playing this shit for 2 weeks, and you know what was happening during that 2 weeks? The Ballad of Gay Tony and the biker for GTA 4, whatever the fuck the name of shit was. They were Xbox exclusives for a year. They finally came out on PlayStation. I was waiting forever, but no, I couldn't play it because I was stuck grinding in Final Fantasy 13. I was pissed. So after I'm like, because before that, I was like, if I'm playing a game, I have to get the platinum no matter what. No matter what, I got to get the platinum. After I'm like, Tony, don't worry about the fucking platinum. Get it if you can. If you can't, don't fucking worry about it, you know? Yes, I did get the platinum in Final Fantasy 13 and 13 too. Holla at you, boy, man.
Yeah, I mean, you were pretty, at least like before, like I want to say like before, even after you kind of were doing game. I feel like when you started, when you became like a freelancer, I think that's the moment when you started not get way less platinums than you did. Even back when you're in STFU and play days, you were still like you were fucking ragging on torrents, like, yo man, you don't play no games.
Yeah, I still rag on torrents for that shit because I still play games, compared to him. Fuck that. Yo, what? By the way, Andre, one of my, obviously nobody sees us on air and shit. One of my favorite things to do is fucking give torrents shit behind the scenes every day. Every day I do it, man.
I feel bad for him because I'm in the same boat, but nobody fucks with me, so that's cool.
Torrance, it's funny though. Like Torrance is what I call he's a nibbler. He nibbles on a game and then he puts it down. He nibbles on.
Dude, I'm had to call myself that. I'm the same way, dude. I have. You don't even know, dude. Few people that I know online have seen my collection. It's just. I'll get to that eventually.
Torrance is a nibbler.
It's so funny, a nibbler. That's hilarious.
I call myself. Here's the thing. I'm not a nibbler because I played more games than Torrance and more volume of them. But I call myself a eat until I'm full guy. And in my case, it's like play enough of a game so I feel confident talking about it, then move on to the next game I gotta fucking write about. But obviously with Doom, I was like, yo, I'm playing this shit for my entertainment. Like the first playthrough I did was for the review, and then after that for my own enjoyment. I miss that shit, man.
No, I mean I'm just I don't know. Like I'll get something like Animal Crossing. I'll keep this for a while. I'll play this for a while. I'll get it. I do play other stuff too while I'm doing it. But like I'll get a whole stack of games and then I'll play a few of them. I still have a whole stack of Seal games from like 2 years ago. I haven't, but I'll play a little bit here and there. I'll play all the free shit for a little bit, and then I'll move on to the next thing. And then I'm kind of like you, Tony. That's how I trained myself when I was younger. When I started writing, I'm from that old school of like, dude, you don't have to beat a game to write a review of it.
No, you don't. As a matter of fact, Andre, you'll appreciate this because that's something. When I learned that from? Now, when I became a professional, when I started writing on my blog, right? Because Manny and I and Adam and Chris, we used to write on a blog and stuff. And I would play these games, and I quickly realized, like, oh shit. For most games, there's always exceptions, obviously, but for most games, 5 hours will do it. Because think about it, I never talk about the ending of a game for obvious reasons,
Right.
So I'm like, oh shit, I only really need 5 hours, a good solid 5 hours to get the mechanics. Now, obviously, what I actually do in practice is 20 hours is my limit. I'm like, okay, if I play 20 hours of a game, I feel pretty confident talking about this shit,
Right.
But then again, there's always exceptions. Like if I'm playing Tetris, I don't need to play 20 hours of that shit. 1 hour is good enough, Or like a multiplayer game, like 2 or 3 hours, you're good because you're doing that same cycle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But generally speaking, 20 hours for like a narrative game. Because again, I'm not going to tell you the ending of this shit, so I'm not even going to get into that. And most games these days, let's just be honest, they don't change their mechanics; they stay the same.
With the exception of certain games, Uncharted PSP, PS Vita.
Oh
wow.
man, that shit. Yeah. See, that's the game I would say. Yeah, you have to beat that game because the boss fight is like, you have to mention how bad that is. I'm sorry, It's interesting, man. But yeah, I just go with my gut these days, Andre, and it seems to work out pretty well. I haven't.
That's what I tell people now. I tell people they want to get into game, they want to get into review, whatever. They want to start a blog or start a site or something. I'm just like, look, the way the world is now, you don't have time. You don't have time to sit there and spend, 50, 60 hours. No, you don't have no.
No,
You
if
don't
you're a
have time.
writer,
Nobody
yeah.
has that.
Like if it was up to me, I would just spend all the time I want on one single game and then move on to the next, like I used to do, back in the day.
Dude, if every game I got a review code for or a review copy for, just since I started the site, if I spent 40, 50 hours in every game that I got, I would not have anything. Dude, I'd still have a whole stack of games I'll have a whole email log full of just games I've never even played because I don't have time. You don't have time for it. You just basically you get the meat and potatoes of the game. That's what most people do. I mean, the people who beat games, it's because they get one game a month or one game every couple of weeks. Us, I know you guys probably get 10. You probably get 10, 15 games a week.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like I said, right now I'm playing 2 games at once.
Right.
I would never naturally play like that. I would always play one game at a time. Just put
Right.
all my focus on it and pretty much almost shun everything else and just focus on the game. That's why Manny always says I beat games fast. I don't. I just take everything else of the equation.
Right.
That's pretty much it. It's like him and I will, let's just say for the sake of example, we'll both play a game for 60 hours, right? For him, 60 hours will be 2 months, right? For me, 60 hours will be 1 week,
Right.
But it's the same amount
Right.
of time,
Right.
But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Given our profession, it's got to change your habits. But the actual act of playing the game is still fun. So that's where that comes from.
See, that's where I'm kind of at right now because I've kind of backed off reviewing for a minute. I just let everybody else do it because I'm just like I don't even look at games. Games, movies, books, TV shows, music.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Music,
you turn that
music.
off,
I'm getting back into listening to full albums and critiquing it, listening to it 2 or 3 times and stuff like that. But games, I'm still in that mindset of I'm opening the plastic or I'm entering in the code and I'm like, all right, let me get into and I'm like, okay, what's my first line? I'm in the game, playing the game, and the first paragraph is going through my head while I'm playing the game. I could be reading the game or reading whatever's going on. I'm just like, okay, this is what. Oh, and this looks in this game, and I'll go into whatever. Movies the same way. It's like I had to watch movies like 3 or 4 times to really, really fully enjoy them because I'm too busy writing a review in my head.
Oh man, I'm gonna say,
and I have to get out of that. I've been in that mind frame for 30 years, and I'm trying to get out of it now.
I'm so fortunate because I'm really good at compartmentalizing shit. That doesn't happen to me. I'm able to just shut that shit off. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Red Dead Redemption 2, right? I was hoping I was going to get to review the game, right, for Geek.com. Right. But my man Jordan Miner, we're both over at PC Mag now. He got the code, right? It was like, okay, I'm going to review the game because obviously you got to get the review out there fast, right? So I'm like, oh, I guess I don't get to review the game. That kind of sucks. But then the next day, Rockstar sends me the game, right? It's like, hey, Tony, thank you for your loyalty for the franchise. We know how much you love it. I was like, hold on a second. I just got Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't have to fucking review it. Right. And then I looked at my calendar like, I don't have shit to do for 2 weeks. Andre, I went back into old school Tony mode.
It's so free.
Oh, it was so good. Yeah, so good.
That's why I don't understand. I mean, a lot of our friends.
I would wake up, start playing the game, and just stay on that shit for the whole fucking day.
Yeah.
Oh man, so good.
Like, what bothers me is like, I mean, and I know it's going to ruffle some feathers or whatever. And it's going to be some problems, but. I'm sorry, man. We got some of our real good friends do this, and it secretly, low key irritates the shit out of me. How do you turn around a review in 24 hours?
How do you? What?
No, I'm sorry.
How do you turn around and do a game review?
How do you post review? You get a game 10:30 in the morning through your email. You're putting it in your console. You have a review written, edited, and everything in less than 24 hours, half the time. But 24 hours. I'm sorry.
Yo, I'm gonna say this right now. I did that one time, but there's a reason for it. We got when I was writing for Dual Shockers, right? Yeah. We were waiting on a code for Metal Gear. Manny, what's the name of the one before 5? Ground Zeroes. We were waiting on a code for Ground Zeroes, right? The embargo was for midnight, right?
Right.
I got the game at 10 o'clock, 10 p.m.
Shit.
And Joel was like, yo, we need this shit at midnight. And I was like, oh, thank God this shit's only fucking 50 minutes. You know? So I played the whole shit, and the instant I finished it, I wrote my review. So that's the only time I was able to do one in less than 24 hours. But then again, I still beat the shit, you know?
Right.
So I mean, but yeah, no, if I were to get a game now, this is something I always say. By the way, we're giving you some insider baseball shit, people. So hope you guys enjoy this. If a game drops on Tuesday, for example, and I get the code on Monday, my reason is you guys are gonna have to fucking wait for this review. I'm not rushing this shit. You guys should, if you didn't bother to get me this code early, I don't see why I should rush this shit. You know, especially because my thing is the reader is my ultimate customer, for the lack of a better term. You know, I got to serve them. I would not serve my readers correctly if I played a game for just a couple hours and shitted out some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I would never do that. And if a game has multiplayer, nope, I don't give a fuck how early I get this shit. I'm waiting until the game actually launches. Then I'm playing the multiplayer so I could talk about it. Because again, and let's just be honest, Ray, a lot of these game journalists don't even fucking play online when they get the games early. Monster Hunter was a fucking wasteland. If it wasn't for Brett, I wouldn't have had anybody to play the game before. I know. Brett, remember that shit?
Oh, very much so.
Yeah, I was like, Brett, it helped me. And then we went in there. I was like, yo, where the fuck is everybody? You know, I had to play the fucking beta. That's when me and Brett finally experienced the game for real.
Well, I mean, I also played as well.
Yeah, for the beta, you know, but like, because they gave me 2 codes for that. So like, Brett, Monster Hunter, let's fucking go. You know,
there was another game that was like that we got
good times.
That we got good, way early. We got like 3 weeks early, and it had an online component too. And we were like, we're just gonna play a single player for 2 weeks until the online starts. Okay. I mean, the single player was. I can't remember the name of the game though. What game it was, but it was cool. But then the online, the multiplayer just was ass. It was just buggy, and I'm like, I can't. And I just go, all right, guys, just do the single player review. Multiplayer's coming later because we gotta wait for a patch or something because this is ridiculous. And we had to wait like 2 weeks after the game came out. They were appreciative, but I'm like, look, you guys can't send out net code that's shitty when you want journalists to get start reviewing the game early and try to get the buzz out. You can't do that. And that, unfortunately, that happens, and it sucks. But it's just it's a double-edged sword now. I feel sorry for freelancers now, man. I really do. I know a lot of freelancers, a lot of our friends freelance, man, and you got some guys that are, I'm sorry, but fully paid at some of these big sites, and they turn out some horse shit.
Bro, I'm like, how do you? Don't get me started, man.
Dude, no, man. I'm sorry. I think it was Kotaku or Polygon, or I don't know. They put out a trailer for a game. This is a trailer. The post was 8 words.
What?
Here is the trailer for such and such. Boom. That was it. I was like, what in the... I said, I would not let... Dude, I know I don't have money like Kotaku. I don't have money like that. I would never in my life let anybody on my team write any bullshit like that. Nothing. You put a little bit of history of the game. You could put your personal, what you personally like about it or whatever. But you got to put something else in that post. You can't just put a 1-sentence post and call that, there's my work for today. No. I don't know. They would just put the link for the trailer in the post, and that was it. It was Kotaku or Kotaku. It was one of them. It was one of them. And I was like,
that sounds like Kotaku, to be honest.
I've seen that. I hit up the editor in chief. Was like, "Are you serious?"
Oh, Totillo, you hit him up?
I hit up. No, I think this is when Crescente was still there.
Oh, damn! This is a while back then.
It was something. I was just like, "Man, are you serious, dude?" I said, "I know I'm not on your level or whatever, but come on, man, for real." Yeah, I'm just crazy, like, okay, man, whatever. That's how you run your shit. Go ahead. But yeah, man, it's just, I don't know, man. But like I said, if you still want to do it, if anybody wants to get in and do reviews and stuff, just pay attention. And yeah, Brian, that's a long time. But yeah, I know he left years ago. But this was a while back, and it was kind of like one of those things. I was just like, dude, is this how we doing things? But have some integrity about your shit. You know what I'm saying? Have some integrity.
A lot of you guys don't, man.
Have some integrity about your shit. Be honest in the reviews as much as you can without bashing. These people work hard on shit. Yeah, the game might suck, but they put their heart onto this. They work long hours, whatever. Take that into consideration. You don't have to bash everything. Being nice is not against the law. You know what I'm saying? I've told this story a bunch of times. Dude, when I got Superman 64, I had one review. I had one review I sent to Titus, and I had one that I put out. And the one that I put out was like, I don't understand what these people were doing. I just went off. I went off. But to Titus, because I knew the guys that worked there, and I was like, look, man, I know you guys put a lot of time into this, but I got you. I know what you were trying to do. It just didn't work. And I was trying to be as nice as I could, but I had to, you get it, it's okay to play that both roles like that. It's okay to walk that line, because you still want to make sure that you be as honest as you can, but you also want to make sure these people, you let them know that you do appreciate what they did. You do understand. Sometimes you don't have to be a developer. You have to talk to developers. Talk to them. How was it working on this game? How was it working on this? And some of them that will really tell you the real. They'll tell you the real, and they'll get into the shit. Like, this was some bullshit, but I had to do it anyway. Got a family feed. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it came out. Get into that, because that's how I started. When I started way early, I didn't know a game developer, but the guy who got me my first job was David Crane. So I talked to him. He created the fucking game I fucking reviewed. Hey man, well, how was it? What was it like? And that's how you do that. I mean, if you're gonna really do this, don't sit on your couch and be an armchair reviewer. I'm gonna play this game and I'm not gonna get it. I don't care who made it. I don't give a fuck about Naughty Dog. I don't give a shit. Blah blah blah. No. You have to love what you do. You have to love this industry and love the good and the bad. Be passionate about it. Trust me. If you put out some shit that it sounds like you were being respectful, the companies will, even if you didn't like it, they'll appreciate that, and they won't blacklist you. They won't. If you want another game that they want a code for a game that got coming out, they'll send you the code, because they're like, at least the guy was honest, but he was respectful. A lot of these dudes write their articles like they're talking on social media, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Are you serious? I didn't go to journalism school. I learned as I went on, and I learned by following, the Dave Halversons of the world, and big dudes like that started this stuff way early. Dan Shu, I've known him for years, but I followed him, and Tripman Terry and all those guys from EGM and Game Fan and all that, and and now they're my peers, but. And I have a good relationship with Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, all of them. And we have a good relationship with all of them. We respect them and they respect us. But if you're gonna be real about this, man, be real, be serious about it. Don't do it just to get games, because whatever, because that shit'll drive real quick.
Yeah. We got a question from Goose. This is actually a good one, and Andre, you could answer this one too.
Okay.
Even though he's addressing it to me, we could both answer this one. How much leverage do you have to push back a review and not hit embargo? I know these sites care about those clicks, and the more you wait, the less clicks you get. Here's my thing with embargo. It's a date I try to hit for my own personal thing. You know how often I actually hit embargo? Maybe 2% of the time. Because my whole goal is, even though hitting embargo is good and all, I am more concerned with writing a quality review. So if I'm not going to hit embargo, then that's just the way it is. And I've never had a company come to me and go, why didn't you hit embargo? I've never had that happen. Now, obviously, if the game review isn't out for like a week, they'll ask some of the time. They don't really do that anymore because they kind of know me and shit. But I don't worry about hitting the embargo. Like, again, it's just a personal thing. It's like having that deadline is good for keeping me on track. But generally speaking, my main concern is writing quality review. I'm not worried about the embargo. Like, to be honest, Resident Evil, I may hit the embargo on Monday. I may not. You're gonna get it next week sometime. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried about it. And then my other thing is, and this is a personal thing, I feel that embargo days is like everybody trying to cram through the door at once. You get bombarded by all these fucking reviews all at once, right? So my thing is like, let me lay back in the cut real quick. Okay, they all got through the door. I'm just gonna stroll through right now with my shit, and I have more eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? So that's my reason. Because if everybody's just cramming in there, no one's gonna be seen. It's all gonna get lost in the shuffle. So I don't mind waiting a couple extra days, just to get my shit out there. But at the end of the day, I want to write the best shit I possibly can. I'm not rushing no fucking embargo. And I'm just being honest, I'm in an enviable position right now where my editors are like, yo, as long as you get the shit to us in a reasonable amount of time, you do what you got to do. Back in the day when I used to write for some other sites, which will not be named, I did have to hit those embargoes, right? But even then, I still wouldn't compromise my fucking written shit, man. Like, all right, so it's a couple hours late, whatever, I'm not compromising my shit, because at the end of the day, my fucking name's on that byline. I don't want some bullshit out there, and that's because I do take pride in my work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not putting out some nonsense. And goes back to what you were saying, Andre. These companies respect the shit you do. No one's fucking well, except for this one instance, which wasn't actually my fault. I've never been blacklisted. People know me. I got a good reputation.
Right.
They know even if I don't like the game. They know I'm fair. They know I always try to be fair. Even if there's something in the game I don't like, I will try to break down why it didn't work for me and how they could have done it better. Because it's fair that way. Like, obviously, if I'm on this show, here for Throwdown, I got to entertain you guys. I'm going to throw bombs and shit. We're having fun. But when a written review, I'm not going to do that shit like that, Anyway, what's your stance on hitting embargoes?
Well, I used to try to hit them. But it's usually like maybe a day or two later. Over the years, though, I just like you, man. I told them, I'll email the reviewer or the company or whatever. It's like, look, I want some time to really delve into this game, and I don't like the half-ass shit. I like to delve into it and get inside the game and get. So, I usually, the earliest is usually a week out, because I'm the kind of guy that will talk about a game after everybody else has already talked about it. Let everything die down a little bit. Let all the hype die down, and then go, oh, by the way, you really should check this game out. I know everybody talked about it 2 months ago, but you really should check this game out, because I'm the kind of guy that I like to do the afterthoughts, where like everybody's played the game and the DLC is out and everything. And I'm like, you know what you missed? You really missed this game, because a lot of people sleep on stuff, and unless you can't be in the middle of all the fray and all the noise. You have to kind of step away from it, let it die down a little bit, then go, oh, by the way, come check this out. Because, it's right now it's too convoluted. There's too many people putting out opinions. There's too many people putting out reviews. So you kind of, even with the sites, there's too many sites out, and you got a lot of noise at the time when all the hype was about. And you're like, oh, yeah. Oh, it's 9. No. It's really more like a 7.5, because and I don't even do review scores, and I think that whole thing needs to die out, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, we don't need to get that right now.
That's a whole nother.
By the way, ironically enough, I'm doing review scores again for PC. I'm like, oh shit, I'm doing.
No, I mean,
back.
Yeah, but thankfully it's 5 stars. I can deal with 5 stars. That's not as bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I remember
10 stars is fucking up. It's like, oh, 9.7. Like, okay, what makes a game? Why is a 9.7 better than 9.6? It's fucking retarded. And by the way, for you new guys listening,
man, and then I would forget to do the review because I do a score, and I hate to do so. I would just send a review in and just, oh, what's the score? Oh,
don't get me. I'm gonna stop right now because I can go off.
All right, let me go look at my review
before, and I've done it before, on the show. I've gone off, and yes, and I'm saying this as a person who has to do review scores. Fuck review scores. Anyway, go on.
They're so archaic,
man.
Torrance and I can go for hours about review scores. It's just so it's so tedious. But but then you got these companies that base their whole. I mean, I don't know. They rely so much on Metacritic and all this stuff, and I'm just like, and I have to hit them up and go, look, we don't care about Metacritic. We don't care about review scores. We don't care. Now, you want to talk about your game? Fine. If you don't want to send us the code because we don't do it with Metacritic, fine. When we buy the game way down the road, we'll put a review up because we do that. That's how I tell people, if you want to get practice in reviewing, review what you already own. Review the DVDs you have or the games. Just review that. Start out that way. But no, I don't do that anymore. I don't. They know I don't do it anymore. I'll do it a week later, 2 weeks later, whatever. A lot of the younger guys that come onto the site, they try to get things out pretty quickly. I said, but make sure you get the full experience, because I don't want to hear you 3 weeks from now going, oh man, I should have wrote about that. See, then you need to take more time. Because if you'd taken your time, you'd have known this was in there.
That's right.
But I would say just take your time with it, man, because it's your word, like you said, it's your word on the line. It's your name on that byline. It's not the company. It's not your buddy. It's you. So when anything comes wrong with that game, and something gets said, why did so and so say this? They looking at, why did you say that? So yeah, I mean, just I would worry. It's kind of worry about them. Keep them in your rear view. Like, okay, I got that deadline coming up, that embargo, but I wouldn't sweat it.
Yeah. All right. I hope we answer your question, Goose. Again, not the question show, but if the question is appropriate to the topic, we will always welcome them, man. And I think that's going to do it for us, man. So, Andre, I want to thank you again for being here and, of course, sharing your wisdom with us, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
you guys are. I can't even say you're the future that way. You guys are killing it now. So I mean, like I said, every time I hang out with you guys and I see what all the moves everybody's making, man, I'm just like, man, I could really just bow out and just chill. You guys got this. So I just want to keep our voices out there, man, because it's like it was rough back in the day.
Yeah, for real, man. Yo, and for you guys, this is for the newer listeners. If you guys don't know, Andre is, and Andre, just take the compliment, man. He is one of my inspirations for this shit, man. Like, seeing this dude do his work and stuff. Not only inspiration, but like you motivate me too. Like, especially in the early days when I first started getting into this shit. So I owe you a lot. So every time, I have you on Throwdown, it's a fucking honor, man. Just being real.
Oh
right
man,
now, bro.
Dude, it's an honor being with you guys, man. Because it's like you guys are just. You're keeping it. I hate to say keeping it real, but I mean, you keeping it. You're doing your thing.
We're keeping it honest.
You're keeping it honest, real, whatever you want to call it, whatever, man. But it's you guys inspire me, to be honest, because you guys keep me on my toes. It's like I'm always hitting you up on Twitter.
Always, man. You already know, man. Especially when it comes to the old school shit, man.
Oh man, we're on that, man. It's just just don't be afraid to delve back into the old stuff, man. I mean, everybody wants to play all the new stuff, man, but don't you got, if you're really gonna be about something, learn the history.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And you really want to learn the history, so man, don't be afraid of your history, man. Just it might be bad, but yeah, man. Just I appreciate it, man. I really do.
Yeah, please plug your site one more time, man.
Oh yeah, RealOtakuGamer.com.
Obviously, yeah,
RealOtakuGamer.com. You can hit us up. I'm New Otaku Man 5000 on Twitter. We are RealOtakuGamer.com. Pretty much Real Otaku Gamer everywhere, and I'm Otaku Man 5000 everywhere. So just if you want to hit me up, just hit me up. I'll talk to anybody. Everybody's welcome to me. So my DMs are always open. So, but yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. Just play what you enjoy, listen to what you enjoy, watch what you enjoy. Don't worry about what anybody else says. Be you.
That's what's up, man. All right, guys. So thank you for watching and listening. Subscribe to Throwdown on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. Follow us on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook at Throwdown Show. Links are located in the description below. Once again, our show is Tony Polanco, and tonight is joined by Emilio Lopez.
See you later, guys.
Chris Seeley.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Carlos Romero.
I gotta have some.
Brett Murdoch.
It's been real, party people.
Brian Manjoma.
Man, this download is taking forever.
Man, what you downloading, man?
Bropoint.
Oh, Bropoint. Oh, man.
Hey, it's free for the weekend, so.
Have fun. And, of course, Mr. Andre Tipton.
Stay easy, man. Just stay easy.
All right,
be safe out there, man. Wash your hands.
Safe, yeah, wash everything, man. Fuck that. All right, yo, we'll see you on Sunday, man. Peace out.
Right. Later, guys.
Watch your asses, man.